long have you waited? Undead Mirror activated. 1-0 versus Labby is the game. And it's an interesting dynamic. While LabyRinth is constantly getting Omega defeated by Happy in like 4 minutes, against 1-0 it's a very different thing, especially in high pressure matches. The last 2 matches though went to 1-0 on this patch, and 1-0 is coming from an all-out best of 7 against Happy and a top 3 finish in B Cup. This is the start of the tournament for both players. Last times it was a 3-1, 2-1, 3-0. Let's see if Labby can strike back with his very unique strats that we have on display often, or if 1-0 shows that he is among the best Mirror players in the world. It's time for a grand best of 5 Undead Mirror. A Mirror which is probably the most exciting these days. We got Labby in the right, and we got 1-0 at the bottom on Twisted Meadows, and that's already special because it's a mother freaking Dreadlord, everybody. Labby is an incredibly cheeky player. We have seen this before, and let me tell you, when Labby has a Dreadlord on Twisted Meadows, this is gonna be fireworks. Or a total failure if 1-0 punishes this hard. And he reads it immediately with the Scout Acolyte. How much damage can a DK do against the Lord of the Dread? Is that a way to start the day, chat, or what? Style points for Labby. Labby has to get this expo up, survive to tier 2, and then, you know, the Dreadlord has a little bit of a problem. He has a little bit of a drinking problem. A Mana Potion drinking problem. Nicely dodging the coil range. Let 1-0 do the job for him. Coil is ready again. He's waiting for the big boy. In the meantime, new skeleton summons on both sides. Ziggurat is being attacked and is getting some big damage. Even scouring. Oh, he pulls the ghouls from across the map. It's not even Tat Fiends, right? No, it's just straight up ghouls. Oh, the Ziggurat is down. Labby is in trouble. And with sleep, he secures the last hit and maybe forces the town portal. That would buy him so much time. Gets it. Any chance to fight out? Goes in front again. Beautiful. No way. No way. Ah, sleep again. That means he's dead. What an opener to the Super League, everybody. It is only a level 1 DK, and we discussed this topic many times. What do you want to do when you're in a situation like this? If you go for the town portal, you're still very hurt. And it's only a level 1 hero, you're back in no time. But you give experience to the enemy hero. And you don't want experience on an enemy Dreadlord. This dude has a slow start. Annoying disable with the sleep. But it is a slow start until like Carrion Swarm comes up later. Now he's close to 3. And that's where it really starts. One to 0 needs a little bit of recovery. The good thing is that he delayed this expansion for a long time. Labby wasn't teching, wasn't giving up on that second base. And 1 to 0 will surely have a timing push. I realize that music is playing twice. Wait, did I mute the wrong one now? I think I did. My god. He gets him again? He gets him again! This has to be the town portal then. You don't want to lose your hero twice. Sleep on more ghouls as well. 1 to 0 is down to his ghouls, basically. Do they have enough damage? I am somewhat doubtful. 1, 2, 3, 4 ghouls, couple of skeletons. No, he has to abandon this. A grandiose start for Labby, who didn't have the biggest impact in B Cup. He was out of some tournaments before due to a shoulder injury. But seems like he used the time well to refine his craft of the Dreadlord Burst. No tier 3 here either. That's 2 revives and a free level 3 Dreadlord. This is 2 creep spots level 3. So swift. Level 2 sleep. Yes, it costs less and less mana with every level. And you can spam. You can spam quite a bit. Go to sleep, everybody.
Player's forces are under attack.
Altar being rebuilt during the tech. He sold that before to have the resources for the expo. All down to timings. But for 120 fans, his game is always relying on timings. And he has some of the sharpest timings in all of Warcraft 3 esports. So there might be hope. We're switching into Fiends. Gruesome battle, but look at that! Another sleep. Was that the last one? It was. Gotta farm a little bit now with mercenary support. 120 with the Shadow Priest for Dispel against sleep. Fantastic. That might have saved him there, actually. And then we switch targets. 2 ghouls. Absolute goulash here in the middle of Twisted. The Berserker is in danger. Gotta be careful to not get Nova'd. Everything is clumped up. Of course, that's the downside of going for these ghoul surrounds. Everything in one spot, and that's a feast for the Lich. Burzy saved. More reinforcements. It's only ghouls. And 1 queen. 120 apparently stays on tier 2.
Player's forces are under attack.
Love the sleep plays, man. From the very beginning on, whether that's to secure the creep or to secure surrounds. Level 4 now. Interesting to see no carrion swarm at all. Just the focus on sleep. That's rather new from LabyRinth's side. He was spamming these carrions to get rid of 120's ghouls and fiends and to deal damage and creep faster. This time, Aura instead. Tier 3 queued immediately. Waiting for the DK. We get double slaughterhouse. Single crypt, double slaughterhouse. Is he going A-bombs? He should retrain, yes. At some point. Especially when destroyers are up, you can dispel these a lot. Problem for 120, how to break the undead Fort Knox. He's still waiting. Here's the Carrion Swarm. Big damage, big AoE. Long range. So you can always stay safe and use it as artillery from the back. Lots of healing on these ghouls. We're going stat use fiends now, so it will be a mirror match after all. Still 120 on a timer. There was no effort to get a second base up. to counter expand. He wants that timing, and we're working on the destroyer upgrade. And that's the situation that Labby usually likes. Being home, spamming the carrion swarm. Big problem though, the first shop is down. He has a mana potion, he's rebuilding the shop. This shop is an essential for him now. 60% of the money is probably gonna end up in mana potions. It looks like a fantastic recovery so far for 120, but since there's 2 bases, it is a matter of time till Labby will be overwhelming. You gotta break him before. We're waiting for the right moment to push out. We're waiting for Frenzy. We're waiting for Destroyers. It's close. You need to finish that Frenzy. It's essential. Dark Ranger. To silence, right? Yes. Okay, Frenzy done. That's what he was waiting for. He's still waiting for the Destroyer. Labby is only single hero. No DK, no Coil, no Nova, no great orb carry. That's the moment to push out, apparently. So many ghouls, and he's gonna flood 120. Necromancer's last chance to get anything done here. How good is the damage? How many potions we got? 1, and a Robe of the Magi, which is of course fantastic. Ghouls falling rather quickly, I gotta say, but it's Labby's Destroyers. It feels like... Oh, there is Web. We're not using much of it. Neck and neck fight. Dreadlord, silence. The Fiend split seems fine. Labby loses the Destroyer here. Of course, no healing. Level 2 Nova available. The recovery for Labby should be better. Had a potion of healing, and that ghoul push out didn't really look too great, and he lost the Rex before. He can't go into Fiends. 120's Fiend micro. As epic as always. And now reinforcements are trickling in. DK, finally. Oh, that took some time. Where's he going? To the tavern. But he has no gold? Oh, the Lich is coming. So where's the DK going then? Labby holding on to dear... life? Is it life when it's an undead? You know what I mean. Carrion Swarm trying to get rid of the statues as it's hurting the statues. This slaughterhouse also down. Maybe Labby has to give up the base, and then it's 1 base, 1 base. And then 120 should be superior. Still he's fighting under the shadow of the 2 tower. We rebuild here, by the way. This is the new main. This is the new norm. What a start to the day. Can he afford more mana potion? Oh, DK. Fragile, of course. Versus level 2 Nova. But 120 can't break him either. The tug of war continues. Labby has perfect information thanks to the shade that he was able to queue. This is probably something you don't expect. And this is now the expo. This is now the main. What the hell is this? Rope on the ground? Oh, I might have missed that.
Forces are under attack.
Ah, it's on the Lich now. And we go to red spots. We have a TP on Labby's side. 48 food. Tri-hero up. That will delay level 3 Carrion Swarm. Both heroes super hurt. Might be a chance for 120. Labby again in a situation where he needs a drink. I feel you, buddy. Orb of Darkness can be solid. Nova's underwhelming on Labby. The DK falls. Level 1. We'll be back in a second. Destroyer Wars. Web available. The towers, man. The towers are helping a lot. But Labby The coil by 120. Damn, there was minus HP on that Lich. And how do you get the reinforcements in here? His army will always be united. You gotta give this up. He buys a town portal just to be sure. To not lose everything here. And 120 is finally breaking through. After one creep camp, he was back immediately. So, we're down to one base in a bit. Labby is 20 food down. The cheeky Dreadlord plays. One last hurrah with the Carrion Swarm. But that he never made it to 5 is a disaster for him. Acolytes are falling left and right. There was a little opening to get the statue in for active regen. Every kill is big here. Is the DK even coming back? Yeah, at some point. DK of 120 in trouble for a second. And DK for Labby joins the fray, but he's in the middle of it all. Got some attention. Okay, that was a DK revive. For one coil, and then he goes to sleep again. Soaking up a little bit of XP as well. Fiends all over the place. Labby desperate for kills. The Dreadlord carry. He portals to his main. Not giving this up just yet. He needs a quick potion. Another TP. That's what we get, man. Spending all the gold on items. Labby playing Dota. Is it resilient or is it stubborn? All down to the Dreadlord. Perfectly lining up for a Carrion Swarm. Carrion again, but the statues are in a very safe place. That's a problem for Labby. 120's statue positioning makes it so he can always heal against the Carrion Swarm. You can feel how important it is for both of them to take these maps here. Every point can make or break between a super tough playoff bracket or a beneficial playoff bracket. And the DK finally unite. That Carrion Swarm wasn't that great, was it? He gets another kill. He needs one more. Info potion save finally. Labby needs one kill for the level 5. And then we have a whole different case. But he's the one losing units. His supply gap is narrowing again. And mind you, it's always 2 bases. One kill. 1,000 kill. For the Swarm. DK annihilated again. But the Destro! One coil. Does he have the damage? He's sacrificing so much. A Fiend falls. Right-click damage from the Dreadlord. Not that great. Deny by 120. God tier. Can he do this here as well? Another deny. He's mad. He's out of his mind. He, of course, doesn't know how close the Dreadlord is to 5. Life-saving denies. 120, you god amongst undeads. That was mental. What? I'm out of words. The game sense of this guy. And now Labby has to get out. Insane Warcraft on display. 2 denies in the most crucial timing. And now he has to reconquer his base. Where is the army? What is the army? He's trying to fish for reinforcements. That's level 5. The Lich was waiting for the right amount of mana for a long time. And again, next to the shop. Black Friday all day, baby. And see the difference of Carrion Swarm. It's getting real hard to heal against that. And slowly but steady, he's reaching the statues in the back. This could be problematic for 1-0 down the road. Nova again strong. Level 5 was important. Level 6 wins the game. Good silence. How much gold is there? 1800. 3 minutes. And then 1-0 will be out of gold. Carrion Swarm so strong. With the follow-up Nova. Labby might be doing it if he keeps the heroes alive. DK, is he stuck? Invo Potion. Onto the Lich we go. Oh my god, he wipes him. Couldn't get a coil out. No mana. And now the Orb of Corruption is missing, of course. Destroyer Wars. Everything hurt. Can he reach the statues? Mana Potion again. His 10 supply falling. 5 on both sides. DK also down. Solo experience Dreadlord. Are the potions out of stock? The make or break moment now. 1-0 isn't mining anymore, is he? Carrion Swarm again. He's out of gold. He's not having income anymore. Everything that falls now falls forever. And Labby has the base. He's safe despite the hero kills. I think he can sack this. It's 1500 gold only. Labby, I think, doesn't know that there is no base, but he must have a strong suspicion. It feels like 1-0 needs to kill the Dreadlord. Heroes aren't coming back. Potion again. Does he have gold for TP? He might need it. Oh my god, what a game. Dreadlord now, what do? You can't do anything, can you? Is the damage enough? He can't reach for a Nova. Dreadlord is safe. He gives up the base. Oh, if he loses the tech, he can't go for potions anymore. Man, Labby's playing with fire here. Feels like 1-0 is signaling a Nova. Like, you come close to me, boy. I'm gonna nuke you. 5.4. Statue taken out. Won't be coming back. Nope. But no, not enough damage. Need down. DK back. It's ridiculous that he's still level 1, by the way. Who has more coils? Who has more spells? Can you believe that there's some people who don't like Undead Mirror? He's bringing everything. Black Citadel down. If he didn't tech, and he didn't, he can't buy Mana Potion no more. Where is this game going now? And how much gold is left even? 1800. 1-0. It took him 20 minutes, but he finally conquered this base. He might be able to mine a bit off of this. Labby on the other side finishes the red spot that he started a long time ago. To have a plan B. Are we going for an encore? We're going for the red spot, right? 1-0 has the gold for a haunted.
A player's forces are under attack.
Taker. Unbelievable, dude. You will not believe this game. Thank you for the raid, mate. I hope you have a wonderful time. 1-0 versus LabyRinth, Undead Mirror, first game of the day. We have a Dreadlord opener, a 20-minute siege from 1-0 towards LabyRinth. Somehow LabyRinth lives without his main base, but with an expo. 1-0 is out of gold, out of income, but he's preparing another base. This is mental. Pendant of Mana. No, not bad, I'd say. Not bad at all. Finally, LabyRinth can catch up in levels, can get that level 2 Nova, can get that level 2 Coil as well. First and foremost, the Coil, eh? He is teching. There's still the 3 towers. And 120 is indeed expanding. But... Shade. What a great timing. Labby on the other side. They're gonna clash in the middle, huh? For the first time in a while. Labby has the supply lead. Pulls the ghouls. Maybe just a run by. Maybe send them to the outskirts and harass. There's no necropolis. It will take forever to get acolytes back. I hope we have a town portal. We don't. Okay. Well, I guess the towers can hold a lot and the ghouls are there. Noni, what's up? Yeah, this is a mad game. The beauty of Warcraft 3. We're gonna have a lot of destroyers, and of course, spells don't work against destroyers. 5-5-5 on 120. Getting some camps, getting some items. Valenzi, thank you for the 33. Oh, the Lich inventory is crazy. Thanks for pointing that out. Sobi, robe, mantle, ring of the archmage. Oh, Jesus. 69 mana. Oh, we expand again. This empty. Labby is out of gold. Wasn't Labby at 22 supply? It was 55 minutes ago. A Dreadlord is the undead's demon hunter. Sometimes all you need is a Dreadlord. Big destroyer bust. I don't know how 120 should stand a chance against this. There's so much mana. There's so much damage and you can't touch them. 120 has the best Fiend micro in the world, but not against this. Dark Ranger about to bite the dust, gets a coil, gets some healing. But these acolytes will suffer and 120's economy isn't up just yet. A hero kill? Maybe, but then what? Dreadlord level 5.6. Infernal is coming. And acolytes will be slaughtered. We still have mana on the Destros. Not that many anymore. Saves the Lich one more time. Do you have anything to save the DK? Not really. Towers up. DK versus DK. Oh my god! He kills the healer! Again! Now the DK on 120. Anything? Oh my god! He gets slapped before the coil, and so the Lich stays hurt as well. Double DK kill at minute 26 in the game. And now the hunt is on. And LabyRinth, similar as we've seen on Stars War, will take 120 down. Level 6. Here we go. Hopefully we're gonna see Infernal. I doubt it. But my god, what a game. The Super League wears the name for a reason. It's Destroyer Mirror after all. Labby is not mining, by the way. We won't get these heroes back. If there's any situation where the Dreadlord falls, 120 is winning this.
Players' forces are under attack.
He's mining. Will the Infernal be able to decide the game? Level 6 on the Dark Ranger! We got Charm! No way! No way! Infernal though. Take care of Acolytes. Take care of the Haunted. Charm. You can't get these Infernals. Labby calls it! 1-0 wins! He was out of gold, out of heroes, out of anything. We've seen the Infernal, but a level 6 Dark Ranger wins it for 1-0. Because units can always be charmed. Hello, viewer. You are watching the Dolphin Warcraft Super League, an amazing tournament with 200 matches over 2 months where 15 players are competing for $28,000. To be able to broadcast this, we had to acquire the broadcasting rights from the sponsor and organizer. We gladly did this because it's peak content and just an amazing competition. We had to pay from our own pockets though, and if you like what we do and if you like that we bring you the games free of charge, then you can help us make it worth it. At backtowarcraft.com/support you find all the ways to support it, whether that's a Twitch sub or a YouTube membership or a dono or a Patreon, or just grab a little bit of our merch in the stream description. Thank you for your attention, and now have fun with the games. Labby, not with the Dreadlord this time. We get a Lich. It is so cool in Undead Mirror that you can play every hero. If you want to. Despot, thank you for the gift sub. Too high Toon. Yes, he deserves that. He deserves that. For 1-0, I don't think many things will change. It was already a little bit of a novelty early that he pulled the ghouls and went late fiends. But against an expansion and against the Dreadlord, I think that was the right call. Now, very, very, very different game. Amazing game 1. Hope to see the same in game 2. Well, different, but hopefully epic as well. The paradigm is completely different though. While Labby was extremely defensive with an expansion, Lich is a powerhouse. With Nova, with range attacks, you can pressure a lot. And now it's 1-0 on the defense to survive this Lich pressure and Nova.
Players' forces are under attack.
And for now, 1-0 has to survive. That also means we're not expanding, just playing at one base. Labby wanted to poke into the base a little bit. 1-0 gotta be careful. But in the matches versus Happy on Friday or Thursday? Thursday. He showed that it doesn't really matter to him if he loses 3 to 4 acolytes during the tech. It's alright. He can creep. He can fight. Dual micro seems fine for now. Lich level 2. Nova, of course, for the damage. We then go Dark Ritual to eat skeletons for mana, so we can do more Nova and we can do more damage. I feel the DK is just here to distract, to not give the Lich level 3 or even level 4. Dark Ritual level 1, kinda nice, mostly a tool to deny. Oh, he stole that one with the Fiend! That's level 2 for 1-0. Nicely done. Mr. Apeman, are you watching this? Were you watching this? Can you believe what happened on game 1? This is crazy.
A player's forces
We have already seen an Infernal and Charm. Everything seems possible here in the Super League. Makrura for you, dear Apeman. Chasing for the Ghoul. Frostmourne hungers. These fiend shots, man. 1-0 truly is the greatest fiend player of all time. As if he... Oh, nice Nova. As if he's somewhat whispering to them. Remember when Kevin Costner was the horse whisperer? That's what 1-0 is to the fiends.
A player's forces are
We do have another Nova, but also coils, so nothing should realistically fall here. Wasn't that Robert Redford? Isn't that the same person? You know, one of these guys. Someone was weird and whispered to horses. Anyway, to me, 90% of the movies made in the 90s are Kevin Costner.
A player's
So,
forces are under attack.
can't go wrong with that. I mean, I just did, but you know what I mean. Okay. No more harass. We reached tier 2. Creeping now for the consumables. They leave each other alone. Tier 3 to unfold. And then I'm curious how they play the late game. Robin Hood with Kevin Costner is the best movie ever. Brother, one word. Waterworld. Discussion over.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, little bit of a tamer. The first time we have a tame creep phase here in the middle. Labby has a lot of ghouls, and similar to the matches of 1-2-0 and Happy, the start of the game is always slower for 1-2-0, but he's reaching his destroyer form faster usually, as we just see in the overlay. And destroyers wreck ghouls. And then what's left for Labby? Does Labby have the same comeback capabilities as a Happy? Using the ghouls to decimate the fiends, then catch up in fiend numbers. That's the goal. Item hunt. Cut-gas pipe for LabyRinth. More mana regeneration on a mana-hungry army. We're getting closer to a fight, but ooh, this is a fast temple. Banshees are coming in. Curse, always good. Anti-magic shell is the key spell here though. And of course, if you have a pipe, Banshees will regenerate more mana. That will give him a great lead. Dark Ranger on both sides for Black Arrow and Silence. We're still working on the levels. 3-3-2 is ahead for Labby. Lich not level 3 is a problem for 1-0. Due to the Banshee transition, Labby can stay on 50 a little longer. And 1-0 is not looking for a fight just yet. Pushing into each other's bases. There's not that much to do. We got a forward Nerubian tower. 1-0. Oh, he might be stuck at 51. Town portal in, jumps on him. This could buy a lot of time for Labby. But also one ghoul. Oh, only one ghoul. Okay, 2 ghouls. But pretty much nothing in exchange for a ziggurat. Huge help for Labby to be able to push the timings back. And anti-magic is 3/4 done. Labby, Undead's mad scientist. Someone in chat said earlier, what Lawlight is to the Night Elf, Labby is for the undead. Could even say that's amplified in Labby. He is truly the innovator of this race. Now 1-0 pushing. Pendant of Energy, nice. Silence on the DK. He can't coil at the moment. Any Nova? Oh, the Fiends are close together. Nova on the DK, forces a heal potion right away. 2 Fiends down for 1-0. That's a big problem. Banshees are coming in. Can't protect against the Nova. The anti-magic a little bit too late, but the coil is hitting. Destroyer down. This Fiend will finally fall, but soaking up a lot of damage. 43 versus 44. It's down to every kill now. 1-0. Perfect coil. Labby's trying to maneuver to the left-hand side. And oh my god, the coil was gorgeous. The HP bar already disappeared and the projectile hits. Beauty. Destroyer morphed to the side. He can't save that one. And it seems like 1-0 is getting a little further ahead here. Hunting down for statues. He is a little bit faster thanks to the endurance aura that he found. Dust settles, even supply. In general, I would say 1-0 has an edge in the late game because his Fiend micro is just superior by a lot. But then on the other side, we got Banshees, both DK under fire. Any consumables? Not really, right? Oh, there is an Invo potion actually. Big. Labby's in trouble. If the Fiend, if 1-0 eats a unit and goes for a Nova, this lights out in 2-0. But he rather expands. It's almost done. Behind all this fighting. And Labby's army is not in a position where he can cross the map and punish this. It's unpunishable now. He has to charge up and unleash. But he's counter-expanding. A Necro? Is this a misclick? Or is that to provide fodder for the Lich? It's like a Rod of Necromancy, right? It's a living Rod of Necromancy. Oh, this might just be a misclick, but hey, you gotta use it now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, I think it's for... It is for Skellies now. If you think around 3 corners, it is a reusable Rod of Necromancy. Just need corpses from some. Could put it at the graveyard. He could have bought a mana potion for the same money. Yeah, but can you reuse it? Two base. We're going long once again. Any other developments? No, but the armies are rising. 63, 56. Do we have fortification? No, 0. Critical moment in the game. How much damage is Labby able to do? And what will the impact of the Necro be? Oh my! Banshee nuked immediately. That Fiend is safe. Nova, of course, has the statues! Oh, on a silver platter! Easy kill here, and there's only 1 remaining. This is not great for Labby at all. He played 50 minutes of awesome Warcraft, but here it seems to be falling apart. 120's fighting capabilities are just better. If only at a tower here, that would be over already. The coils are amazing on both sides. Banshees are trickling in. Skeletons raging. The missing statue breaks his neck. And Labby is falling apart. That statue position, not ideal. Punished immediately. No mining here anymore. The ghouls took out acolytes. But there's so many skeletons. There's still such a big army. And the ghoul is harassing here as well at the same time. Nice move.
Town is under siege.
120 on the way to the 2-0. Labby, what's left in the
Forces are
tank?
under attack.
A lot of invo potions. That's the tank. If he just clicks with the skellies on the haunted, isn't it over? Recovery here. Any level advantages? Not really, right? I mean the Dark Ranger, but that doesn't matter much. Okay, far forward. Both are using their DKs as decoys. Trying to drain Nova. 120 happy with the damage he has done. Of course, it's 2 base, 1 base. You don't have to risk anything. And there's fortification now. And he's fully mining again. Why is there no Pudge? Pudge is not that great against magic damage. And for undeads, we have lots of magic damage. Or spell damage. You see it every once in a while. Six invo potions. That's right. WTF is Pudge? Pudge is an abomination. In Dota. Good coil. The Nova baits are risky. Will anti-magic bring the victory for Labby? Really fascinating how he went away from Banshees. Curse, good damage mitigation, trying to split it a little bit. Labby's Expo is almost back up.
Are under attack.
Any other advantage? 120 running away in supply. Anti-magic prevents from a Nova, which is not ending up on the DK, interestingly. Maybe because there is so many invo potions. 120 and Labby both losing a destroyer here. Little careless. And that's the supply gap more or less closing. War of attrition. War of position. 120 seems determined. Labby's new expo hasn't paid off yet. But income is there. DK! Invo Potion saves him. Alright, lots of destroyers. Hard to tackle them. Coils are available always. Labby needs an extraordinary fight, but the kills seem to be going to 120 once again. The late game is just where he's better. With Fiends, he's just better. And one unit for Labby falling after the next. The mad scientist might fall to his madness. A lot of banshees that can curse, but they can't do real damage. DK is dead, and 1-2-0 goes 2-0 in his opening match of the Super League. One step at a time, sorry. Slowly and steady. We got 1-2-0 in the red. We got Labby in the blue. On Tidehunter. Second time that Labby can determine the map, as it is always loser's choice. Will we maybe expand early? The Acolyte kinda indicates it. The Ghouls kinda indicate it. We do have a skull, right? Yeah. Spiky Reno. DK is here. It is a rather classic expansion versus pressure gameplay. The last hit shouldn't be going to 1-2-0, but we say that all the time. Also when he's up against Happy. This is a situation where 1-2-0 is very, very familiar with. Surround. Breaks free. And you can say goodbye to that Expo. Great pressure play, reading the game and reading the series pretty much perfectly.
A player's forces are under attack.
And every bit of disruption, every steal gets him closer to a 3-0. There's not much mana anymore even. No Dark Ritual unlocked yet, of course. No Nova anymore. Ghoul losses. He can't sustain too many ghoul losses early if he has to invest into buildings that much. It's really good to see that 1-2-0 is doubling down on his performance from B Cup, the last tournament we had before the Super League. Where out of nowhere, man, he was able to reach a top 3 performance as the former world champion. He really didn't do too well in the first half of the year. All of a sudden he's back. But with 1-2-0, you can see him play like a god amongst men in 1 week, and then next week everything is different again. His start to the league so far, so good.
A player's forces are under attack.
Finally Expo time. But of course, behind this, 1-2-0 was tacking the entire time. No big losses. It's interesting to see that he has new openers. Tailor-made towards Labby, I would say. Because Happy is not much of an expansion player. Labby is. I think Labby also knows that mechanically he can't hang with Happy and 1-2-0. You gotta surprise them and outmaneuver them tactically. So an expansion gives you more fuel in that regard. Here, 1-2-0 pulling the ghouls, then transitioning into fiends, while against Happy, he's going for fiends immediately.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, it feels like 1-2-0 is pretty dedicated at the moment, which is great. Still gotta be careful. A Lich power spike is very, very close. Coming with some kills here. Mana stealing as well. Every skeleton is 12 XP. That's nice. Gets him closer to level 4 and steals XP away from the DK eventually. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. 215 gold wiped. At least a revenge. Can Labby play that Lich aggression? Dark Ranger second. Oh, he wants pressure play. He wants big pressure play. He knows the expansion was late. He delayed it before. So how fast is your tech? Basically only halfway. Dark Ranger can do a lot against ghouls now. It will fall off a little bit when the units are getting heavier and have more HP. They're not that easy to kill anymore, but that's exactly what you want to play against an under expansion if you're a DK Fiend player. Either you rush to tier 3 as fast as you can and go for destroyers, or you go for a push. And again, 1-0, diversifying his strategies is amazing. Does he have the necessary punch? The Fiend that he lost on the right-hand side is clearly missing now for the damage output. You need great volleys, you need to kill ghouls, you need to get the skeletons up, but good mining interruption thus far. This can snowball really quickly. Massive Nova though, might be the last one. Is this a statue is coming for 1-0. What's the longevity on these ghouls? It's getting some hits in, but mostly on the Dark Ranger. I don't know if that's the ideal target, as the ghouls are wide open. Can pressure with the skeleton now onto the Lich, who is already hurt, and the DK coil is far away. Labby hanging on by a thread. Oh, Labby forgot the altar! He can't tech, he can't get a DK, and how essential this DK would be! Another Fiend kill, traded for a ghoul. And, we gotta say, this Dark Ranger push is good. But it's not breaking him just yet. New Fiends, new statues. The sustain is mental. And the pressure also. Labby needs more time. Somehow more time. You will always have more burst damage. Volleys are of course amazing with Dark Ranger Fiends. But for burst, the Lich will shine throughout the entire match. Forgetting the altar is brutal. This was very hectic. Second statue up. Slowly but steady, Labby is going into Fiends. He's still with a little bit of an economy lead. But this is of course also expensive. Every Acolyte kill brings him closer to victory. Labby just in survival mode. Similar to what we've seen on Twisted Meadows, where it was the same, just with different heroes. We have a Nova. DK is now ready, finally. Good 30-40 seconds late. This could have been a bit easier. He's the punching back of that army now. Marching forward with Fiends, not sure if that's the right call. Looked like a little bit of a misclick. Narrow Tower is a big anchor. Still anybody's game. 1-0 has a phenomenal shot to close this out now though. Destroyers are ready. Lich is coming. Orb is coming. You won't get a much better situation than this. Still killing units. And with level 4 and skeletons, you basically never run out of mana. Maybe it is this little bit of gold that you need to be better than 1-0. But yeah, this is the power spike. One to zero's guillotine is about to snap. Labby needs a miracle, and he needs it fast. There's always mana, there's always healing, and 1-0 is just faster and better the efforts you have to go through to kill a Fiend here. Well, 2 fiends fall immediately. On Labyrinth side, ghouls are coming in now as well. The ultimate defense. He knows how hard it's going to be against the Orb of Corruption, against the Lich damage. Not a single Acolyte. Oh, 1 Acolyte mining now. This is not the economy lead that Labby foresaw. I feel 1-0 countered him really, really, really well. First with DK Ghoul pressure instead of Tet Fiends. Then with the Dark Ranger follow-up. And that's the DK gone. No more coil support. Trying now with that Lich. Blocks him. Statue support. Fiend shot. Okay, gets it. Lich has an orb now as well. Fiends are falling. And we talked about that burst damage. The Fiends dive deep. Labby, where are you going? What are you doing? Oh, this looks like a massive misclick. Whoopsie. He is covering the retreat, and that's a statue for free. The question is, at what cost? Labby is fighting so much and so hard. Careful now, buddy. If only there was a Lich here, huh? 1-0. The fact that Labby is alive is a statement of his skills. Not that easy at all. Item on the ground, gets a heal pot. And food lead again. But 1-0 leaves him alone.
A player's forces are under attack.
A little bit of peace for Labby for the first time since the 2-minute mark. This Lich by Labby is a beast, by the way. Love 1-0's position. He takes one of the biggest camps away from Labby. Plus, he's kind of making sure that you can't go to the tavern through the middle where the Dark Ranger resides. Oh, and we got Skellies now. We got a Flute now. We got level 4 now. Do we have a town portal? No. Labby can't go home. And he didn't build an economy lead, an army lead. Red spot. It looks like he's giving up the expo and plays it 1-base from here on. Better healing for 1-0. Better nuke by far for Labby. If he has a win condition, it is Lich level 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
This is good progress for Labby, I feel. He caught up a lot in XP. Being creepjacked without a TP might hurt. Is he just expanding again?
A player's forces
I
are
don't
under
see it
attack.
yet. This game, 1-0 is the one going Banshees. While it was Labyrinth in the previous one. Just Skellies. They're constantly checking if there's a second base and if he has to do something about it. Banshees reduce damage drastically. Love that there's a new layer to 1-0's play. New layers, actually.
A player's forces are under attack.
A lot more finesse in his openings. Good pressure play in the middle. Now that extra Banshee layer on top. Fiend falling for Labby, again being creep jacked here. 120 manipulated this masterfully, and that is 8 supply down in just a second. Where is the burst damage? It is not enough. Heal scroll used on 120 side. Focus fire. Labby's got to retreat. He's trying to expand behind this, but it's a bit obvious, and he's getting punished so hard. Guys, this was not Labby's series, unfortunately. Ankh saves him here, but if you don't have an army, how are you supposed to fight this? I think it's fair to say 120 is just better at the moment. There are days and weeks where Labby can steal a series 100%. And it was incredibly close, especially on map 1. And I like the game plans. I think it's the right game plan for Labby. But if 120 can go 4-3 with Happy, and the way he played on map 1 and 2, today is not one of these days where you can steal. It's a snowball from here on out. If 120 is not making a big mistake, he's gonna win the game. Maybe a kill here and there, but always the better trades. He was in command from very early on. And he never let go, really. A 120 in lesser shape can always mess something up, but rarely in this matchup. For 120, I think it's going to be crucial to have an amazing human matchup. This was really his liability for tournament runs in the past. Against the Starbucks, the Sox, and the Fortitudes in this world. Maybe even Infi in good shape. That will be the real task. We've seen him perform extraordinarily well against Lin and Focus in B Cup. We've seen him perform now versus LabyRinth and Happy, and he's really good. He dominated live 3-0 in the Night Elf matchup. So the human matchup will be his big test for the foreseeable future. For Labby, he must have been aware that this is one of his toughest matchups on big maps. He can try to play his Dreadlord shenanigans that no one else plays that way. It's actually a couple of kills here for him with the help of the tower. Level 4 now as well. Messy fight. But yeah, it's not enough, man. It is not enough. The anti-magic preventing from so much damage when the liches get high level. And it's all red. It's all red and it's all over. Unrecoverable at this stage in the game. And it's GG. Super clean performance 120. Love to see the fighting spirit. Twisted Meadows, the standout one. Infernal, Charm, multiple bases, bases wrecked, bases established. That was the big one.